All right. I'm going to let everybody get in. For those of you watching the recording, I'm going to show some things I've got and talk about a few updates. And then we're going to do some landscapes with alcohol ink. And this is a live stream, so I'm talking to people in the chat. Hi, Shauna. Let everybody get in. Hi, Beth. Look who's here. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kat. Stay right there. Yeah, I know you like the bags. Hi, Wendy. I'm going to let everybody get in and then. Hi, Tori. Welcome. How's the weather in Dublin? These are the Eileen and Janet bags I got. And I got the Timmy tissue. Oh, great. It is rainy here in Texas. Are you having any flooding issues where you're at, Shauna? You shouldn't. Hi, Sharon. This is Tay Taylor Ling. Yeah, I didn't know. And you're in a part that really doesn't flood a lot. Say hi to Auntie Shauna. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Yeah, Taylor Ling, L-I-N-G. She's a Chinese kitty. Not really, but she thinks she is. All right, so Tay and I are on a mission. Tay and I are on a mission, and some of you were at Shauna's, and we just did an art auction. And I'm going to ask those of you that weren't there and some of our fibs to take a moment and help Shauna out if you can. Shauna, long story short, needs to leave Texas and go back home to Illinois, and it's really short notice, and it's going to be an expensive move. So some of the fibs and I that stream want to start a fundraiser to help Shauna. So it's Send Shauna Home. And what we want you to do is, if you can donate anything, every little bit helps. PayPal, family and friends. There's her email. And it's yahoo.com. And Elaine was asking how to use PayPal. So what you'll end up doing is, if you just go to PayPal, let me get in mine and I'll kind of show Elaine, sorry. Shauna's making sure that. No, Sharon, I'm not talking. I'm just saying anyone who has not or who wasn't there today, that's not what I'm saying. So what you do is you just choose send, Elaine, and then you enter the email address right there and hit next. And then you put in your amount. And when you do it, choose family and friends. But there were some people that weren't at the Shauna stream that may want to help, or that watch streams but don't chat. So we're just putting out a helping hand. We've done this before. We've done it for some of the other fibs. So this is the information if you want to help donate to Send Shauna Home. Her job in Texas has changed, and it will be easier for her to go back home where her kids are and her one house. All right, Tay Tay. Are we done with the announcement? Are you done with your showing off? Okay, we're going to make Tay Tay leave the room. Say bye, everyone. Hi, Christy. Hi, Joan. Yeah, but long story short, she needs to go back home where her house is and her family is in Illinois. And it's a real short turnaround, like she's leaving June 6th. So it came as a surprise financially. Yeah, I got my plastic pouches and then I couldn't do anything with them. So I have those and I have some plans. I think I'm going to put a bunny on one of them. So I got those on Amazon, the great deal that we've all seen. And I had to get the Timmy tissues because one of them I got to do with the birds, just like Janet did, because it was so pretty. I thought it might, this is blank Timmy paper, which could be stamped, which I thought was really fun. Yeah, I'm going to cover it. And the other thing is I want to try to use some napkins. They are cheap. Does somebody want to find that link for it? I'm going back. It was 12 bags for $11.99 on Prime is what I did. It's Subang 12-pack. I just searched on Amazon. And Dot, I don't know if you were here. I did find your envelope. It's ready to mail. I need you to send me your address again because I have a new phone and I'm not sure I have it. So either on Twitter, make sure I have your address. I don't want to make it wrong. I don't want to address it wrong. So Dot, DM me your address on Twitter. So I got that. Like I said, that's not necessarily for today's stream, what I was going to do. So I'm going to set this aside. I also got 6 8x8 wooden canvases that I'm going to do projects and then put the Yupo on the wood and do the resin again. So I got more resin. And this time I got the ones that have the recess. So in fact, one of the pieces I'm going to do today is to be able to put on one of these. But I think I want to get some spray varnish. So that was the other thing that I got. This is the Yupo for today. I got some new inks. And these are Tim Holtz. I got 2 sets. I got the set with the terracotta, the indigo, and bottle, which is a dark green. They're on here, on this piece right in here. I also got a wildflower set. I actually got 2 of them by accident because I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. I got this wildflower set, and they're on here. And this pearl, it's like a lavender. It's so pretty. This is the yellow and the peach. Lemonade and peach Bellini. That's right there. So I got those. And then I got mermaid. Espresso. And a pink sherbet set. I got like 4 sets. Bob buys something, I get to buy something. And then denim. Pool. And a teak wood. That might have been another set. The browns are on here. The indigo looks kind of purple. These were just my test sheets. And then I got some more alcohol blending solution. I like the color range better than pinatas. Pinatas are very vibrant, very bright. But I tend to like midtones and pastels. For some reason, I'm really fond of pastels in alcohol ink. So I wanted more of a variety. Yeah, the range is better. For Timmy. So let me put these back where I had them so I can grab them. And I got another tin to put them in just so I would kind of like have them organized and have them in front of me. So these were just 2 pieces that I'm probably going to just leave as is. I think when they're matted, they're pretty. Yeah, the Copics are great, but this is a good, okay, a lot of us bought the touch markers, which are put out by Shinha, which is our watercolors, right, Jean? Jackson Art sells the touch marker refills, and they have a ton of colors that are available for like $3 or $4. So they're about half the price because you can pay about 10 to 12 for a Copic ink. Now, if you could get a Copic ink at Michael's and use a coupon or something, then that would be different. But I bought several of these, which I've shown before. These are the Shinha, the Touch. And they're the ink refills for the markers. So like, and they have the number. So like this is marker 34. This is the refill for marker 34. I don't plan on refilling the markers. Yeah, so I have found these on Jackson Art. And it's Shinha. And if you just put Touch Refill ink or Shinha Touch Refill ink, any of the colors that you can get in the touch markers, you can usually find And I could not find them on Amazon. Jackson Art, a couple of them maybe on eBay, but Jackson Art was the best price. And if you spend enough, usually the shipping's not expensive because there is a Jackson US. So I have some Yupo out to play with. Some of it already has stuff on it that I might continue to work on. This was one that I was using some of the softer colors and trying to play with that and see what I got. So, like I said, I'm pretty happy with this one. I think it needs a little more metallic. And this one I like as is. So a few of those I'll just matte. All right, so I'm going to show you, I had posted a landscape that I did. And I was going to show you how I achieved the landscape. Oh, this was the other thing I bought. I bought the touch markers in the skin tone. And there might be some repeats, but I don't really think so. Yeah, I mean, there's a few, like here's 103, here's 103. I didn't have a lot of the skin tones, and I was trying to, like here's the 25, 25. There might be a few crossovers from here, but I've been obsessed with the skin tones and the grays on Instagram. So we're going to use some of these today, and we're going to use some of these. And I'll show you kind of what I did. All right, so I have a piece of 8x8 Yupo and the little extra piece. And I'm going to do an ocean piece on this Yupo. And I just have some tape across it. So I'm going to do my sand, my ocean, my sky. I'm also going to use Down by the Sea as a reference because I like how she did her waves. So I'm going to use this when we get to the water. I could actually use it for the sand too, to be honest with you. But she's got some tutorial here about the waves. And I thought I would kind of use this to kind of guide me a little bit. I want to have a wave break in it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Eileen. Well, the shipping, you know, if it's $2 more, I don't think I paid very much for shipping from Jackson Art, but it did take a while to come. I got them around my birthday time. And I paid like, this book is Down by the Sea. And it's by Claudia Nice. I bought it used on Amazon. Yeah, I think Blick has a similar thing too. I haven't looked at them, Vicki. When I've done alcohol ink refills, they haven't shown up. All right, so I'm just going to take some colors I like, and I'm just getting a variety of some darks and lights. All right, so I'm going to start with those 6 markers. And I'm going to use the broad tip. And I'm just going to color lines next to each other. I don't care if they go over. And I'm just trying to get kind of a nude. Set of colors. And I'm not worried about them blending in or not blending. Okay. I'm going to set those aside. And then I'm going to find... I have a little piece of Yupo right here. I want to just test a couple colors. Okay, that's sandal. And that's a salmon color. The Bellini's too bright. Okay, I think I'll use those two. And I might use a little of that here and there. This is teakwood. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is just like a syringe with some tips that Bob bought for some oil. To oil his gears on his bike or something. I don't remember. So I'm just filling up the syringe with some 90% rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to get a paper towel. Oh, I just shot myself with rubbing alcohol. All right, and then what I'm going to do is just let some of this alcohol drip down. In various places. And then I'm going to take some of the Tim Holtz and let it drip. All right, and the brown is so dark, I'm going to tilt that just a little bit more. I want to get it going. Okay, I kind of like some of that sandy pink in there. And then what I did was I took a brush with alcohol and guided it too. And I put colors in like a little palette. So I could get it with the brush. If I wanted to get a specific color in a certain area. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of this brown. And then I can just reconstitute any of these colors that are in here. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy with that, except for I want this brown and a little bit of the pink. I want to make my own color. All right, and then I'm going to take a toothbrush. I'm going to cover let me find a piece that's not all curled up. I don't want to get the rest of it with Yupo. Now this is probably not showing up on the camera, but it's giving me some circles. I need more concentrated ink. It's alcohol ink, Elaine. And at the beginning of the video, I showed you how to use PayPal if you didn't know how to use it on your phone. The other thing I can use to get is a dotting tool. So I'm going to take the brown right, so now I'm taking a brown marker, the fine tip, and I'm just going to tap in areas that I want to add the dark brown color. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a camel. I'm just trying to add some texture. And I'm going to come back on the top of it. With the lighter color. It'll move some of that darker color. I'll zoom the camera in just a minute if we need to. Because on the Yupo, one color will make the other color move. Now, it won't work on regular paper this way. And then I can even take like a rosy beige. And work some more details in some of these areas. And then this is a burnt sienna. And you can even take a lighter color and come in. And break up some of the darkness. And I'm just going to move back and forth with some of the markers and dots. And if I want to soften it, I can just take a damp brush with alcohol on it. Or erase. And I'm gonna come back in with the brush and the darker color. And get lines back in there. Okay, I'm going to put those lids back on before. All right, so I think I'm good with the sand. So let me kind of show you a close-up. You see the detail on the sand. I don't think I'm gonna use it. Let me go back and check chat, see if I missed anything. Yeah, sandy texture. Hi, Scooby. You got your package, right? And everything was good in it? And hi, Joyce. Yeah, I don't think I said hi to you yet. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Galena. Good. I'm glad it all got there safe. I know it took longer because he put it as a media or something. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this tape off right here. Actually, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the sky first. Okay. And we'll save that. And I know I'm going to use this. And I'm going to use this Cool Perry because it's so pretty. Here's the periwinkle color. And when you separate it, it has this really pretty blue. And this is a sky blue. And then I'm going to use a cool gray number 1. And then need a darker blue. I'm not sure which one I want. I may order the blue set, even though there'll be some repeats. So it's awful strong, but a lot of it will disappear. Okay, we'll get some more alcohol in the syringe. And I'm going to tilt it again. And let some of that drip. And blend that. I have to stand it up for just a minute. All right. Now, I actually like that and could just leave it that way, to be honest. But let's go ahead and put a little of this in there because we can. I'm going to tilt it back the other way so it'll blend a little more. All right, so I'm going to take a straw. I want to soften it a little bit. I'm also going to take the brush and get some just alcohol. Like I want to, that brush was. Get just some alcohol. I want to move some of that. And let's try pouncing some of that and softening it maybe. I'm just trying to break some of that up. All right, I have some kind of blue sky color that I'm going to put on the brush and flick little bits in there. in some more. Kind of layer some of these dots just to get an abstract. I am using the touch markers that I ordered from Amazon. It's like a 48 piece, like for $20. And then I have the Touch New, which is the skin tone set, was $17. And I saw that the Touch New has a set of blues. I will tell you the numbers seem to be universal between these two, though they're not. They're the same company out of China, I'm sure. I'm just trying to get some cloud-like movement. There's a scuba diver in there. Well, he's probably gone now, Vicky. All right. So I'm going to stop at the sky there. I'm happy with that. Okay, I feel like this is dry enough that I can put some tape back on it just to kind of help anchor it to the board. And I'm going to move this tape. And I'm not going to worry about the bleed right now. Okay, let me flip this back around. All right, so I'm going to take my clean brush and alcohol. I didn't do a very good job probably sealing my tape. All right, then I'm going to minimize some of that. All right, and then I'm going to put this tape kind of carefully right here. And I'm going to lift this tape. I'm just about ready to just tape. You know what? I think I'll tape the sides in a minute. And that'll probably be better. And again, I'm not going to worry about the bleed on there too much. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'll leave it taped at the bottom. I think that'll work. The piece I didn't tape, but I'm trying to get something rigid because that was the one thing I didn't like about the loose Yupo was I was trying to, it needed to be rigid, or I wanted it to be more rigid. All right. I'm going to go more green with the water. I'm going to use some of this sky color in here. And this is a peacock color. I'll get the wave in there in just a little bit. Right now I'm just putting a base kind of color. Hi, Sophia. All right, so I'm going to use my syringe with the alcohol ink and run it and distort some of that color. All right, so, and I'm going to take the pool and send some of the pool down from Tim Holtz. Okay. All right, I think I want that to kind of dry. Okay. Just taking the brush and just working some of the color. Okay. So then I need to decide where my wave is going to be. I think it's going to be right in here. Okay, that's not going to control it like I thought. So let me. Right, I'm going to get alcohol in a little cup Just plain alcohol. It's not a needle. It's not a real syringe. It's just a tip. It's not a needle, like a poke you needle. It won't go in your skin. It's just a tip. They're not, it's not that. Okay, so I don't want a tay-tay. I want gray back here a little more. I'm just using the rubbing alcohol in the brush to move and blend the marker where I want it. Okay, so I'm looking at the book over to the side. I need more gray up in the bottom area. And then I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add more alcohol ink to a green that I have that's kind of a turquoise green. And use the brush. Okay. Tay-Tay, you can't come in right now. Okay. So I think I want some foam right in here. I thought I could get back to the white more than I am. I'm just trying to add some of the crest of the wave. I think I need to add more color. And I'm going to take it out. I think I'm getting finally what I want. And that's what I had to do on the other landscape, is I just had to keep working with it and pulling the color where I wanted. Thank you, Scooby. Ah. I'm going to just sort of now there is white, but I don't know about using it, so let's try. So I'm going to put a little bit of white. And then hit. I think it looks like a wave. The white has an awful smell. Okay, I'm gonna try some. It is a mix. This is the pinata white. I don't know what it smells like. I can't. Nail polish remover. It has a more acetone smell. All right, so now let's add some darker color. Back here. I'm going to flip this around. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of gray in there too. Okay, let me make this. I'm just using paint from my palette over to the side, just some blues and greens that are and I'm going to come back in with some just plain alcohol. Just trying to put some lines in there. Shouldn't have messed with that. Add some white back in here. All right, I think I'm done. I may need to. Tape's not taking too much of the ink off. I think it needs some darker brown. Up here, I'm going to put some brown in the palette and add a little, and it's a dark brown. It's espresso. Oh, I'm going to cover my wave up a little bit. I need more of that brown. I want some more dark details up here. All right, and then the other thing I think I want a little bit of is I'm going to use some alcohol to get this back lighter in places. Because I'm going to come in with the aqua kind of color. Kind of like the water's up on the beach in places. I think it looks like an abstract of a wave crashing. All right, so this dirty alcohol, I'm going to pour in with this green color. So this will all just sit. Well, see, that went into the yellow. Oh, well, now there's a yellow green. This is just the, you know, the stuff and that'll just sit and evaporate, and I'll use it again. Let me put the inks back. All the caps on the markers. So I used blues and grays with some green on the markers. And then a few of the Ranger inks. So what I will do, this is white Posca. So I've signed it back there. Just trying to, I'm not using more, I'm just trying to sort of smush some of that. So like I say, I got to order some spray adhesive, but I'm going to order spray adhesive. I think I'm going to keep the sides the natural wood color. Oh, the other thing I ordered off of Amazon is I did order, and they came from England. I was sort of surprised with free shipping, but I ordered a set of 6 of the extra fine one size. So the whole idea is just sort of an abstract landscape. Yeah, I think the natural wood will be pretty. I think I want some of this white. I'm just going to use my finger to sort of soften. It's staying white right now. So far. Now this didn't all of it. This thin, but this is, but it's on top of the white alcohol ink. So we'll see. It changed a little over here. So, like I said, I'll get the spray adhesive and attach the Yupo. It needs to dry and cure, and I'm going to attach it with the spray adhesive and then do the resin. This time I bought some off-brand resin. You just mix the two 1-to-1. The first time I used the Envirotex Pour On, which was probably what I'll actually use for this. And I'm going to use this. I saw somebody using one of these. It's like a wedge. It's hard to see because it's clear, to help spread it. Okay. So, and then I just clean my mat with rubbing alcohol on the paper towel. I'm not sure what I'll do with these little pieces here. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Devin. Hi, Judy and Button. Hold the lid under hot water. What lid? Oh, you're talking to Devin. Okay. So let me set that aside. So I'm pleased with it. This is the second one I've done. I like this style. I like this sort of the abstract. It reminds me of when you collage with fabric. Because to me, this is like a fabric with little dots on it. And then this is a fabric that's more striped, that you're mixing the fabrics. So let me set that aside. I guess we have a little time. Why don't we take a medium size bag and let's dig in. I'm going to try to find in this little globby mess. I like those combos. Some of the napkins that Shauna sent that have the metallic is what I'm looking for. If you're watching the rerun, you might want to just fast forward. There's a floral. There's another blue-green. I think that's good for a start. And that's some tissue from Kathy Bird. So let's do what Jana did. Let's tuck in that. Open up the let's put a wet layer of that. All right, and I'm going to collage, so the only place I'm going to worry about a straight edge is right here. And then I'm going to use a brush that's wet with water just to get a rough edge and get rid of that. I also want to use magicals on one. Okay, let's. This is like jelly printed deli paper. Kathy sent. The napkin will disappear. The white part. So I'm just trying to get more of a print on the paper that Kathy sent. And let's take the corn edge. Put that. On both sides. I'm probably killing Janet and Eileen because there's no rhyme or reason. One side won't match the other side, probably. All right, let's try that so we can flip it over. I'm going to grab the black and white Timmy paper to use in a little bit. And I'm using Mod Podge because that's what I use on everything. Glue is glue. Now I'm going to probably come up right up here because I want it a little drier and use the Liquitex. Soft body gel because I want to get a little better on the edge there than I have. Hey, I'm cheap. What can I say? And I go through this stuff like this won't last very long at my house. All right, let's try this a little more. That's small, Judy. I actually had one bigger. Okay. So I want... Okay. Oh. I don't have a plan. I am just winging this. that's going to go up like that. Okay, I think this is a good place for some washi. That Faith sent me. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, now this is going to go here. But we need some more. I'll put some more of this here, because we're going to cover it with some napkin anyways. Okay. Let's tear this. And then let's move this. Ah, see, it did tear. It was too wet. Dang. All right, it's texture, right? It needs to be drier. The napkin. This needs to be torn. My scissors. Yeah, it just takes patience, and I'm rushing. Is all. Okay. That works. Some of this will get covered up. But I don't care. It's just water to lay the napkin down. And then that tore a lot but it's going to be covered up anyway, so. Okay. Let's put this up now. And let's put gel medium on this. Put that over. Okay, I'm going to come back and put some of that heavier glue right there. All right, let's dry. To use the what on the bag? The alcohol ink? Yeah, I'm going to try that, but not today. But yeah, that was one of my thoughts. Well, we can try it on a little one in a minute. I'm going to open that. You cannot rush the napkin if you're going to use it. You've got to let it dry. So I would say that would be the only drawback to using the napkin. All right, so let me move this stuff. Okay. All right, so I want some of this from there to there. Okay. It doesn't want to tear. Well, it doesn't want to tear vertically very well. the Timmy paper. It's also a little thinner. It's not as big as I thought. Let's try something else before we use that. This is some of the Timmy tissue that somebody sent. I really wanted to use, I really like the graphic of this. See how it just tears and strips? So maybe. Oh, I have an idea. Can't say I like how it tears. Let's put this down here. And we'll let some of it wrap around in just a minute. We'll wrap that other around. We'll wrap this around in just a minute. Okay, so let me come back over here real quick. Find what I'm looking for. I'm going to use more washi. This is the washi with like the New York wording. Okay. And then this is like a floral washi that I think I'll add here in a minute, maybe. But I think I'll just do that instead so that it's not let's dry this real quick so I can flip it. Oh, actually, I won't. I think I want some more right here. And we'll wrap that around in just a minute. All right, let's try that. I think we can flip that. It does not want to tear across like the grain. If that, it just wants to tear vertically. And I'm going to try, let's try something. Tearing against an edge helped a little. And let's just put a piece right up here. I'm just going to put some overlapping right in here. Just save those little pieces. So I will say that's one thing I'm sort of disappointed in. It doesn't tear this way. And that's a flaw in that, in my opinion. So I think that works. I mean, it's not going anywhere. When it's good and dry, I'm going to give it a coat of varnish or spray varnish maybe, but I'll give it some definitely. And I think a good way to let it dry. I'll sign it later because I'll probably put it on Etsy for sale or take it to an art show to sell. I don't think I'll use all those bags personally myself. So I'll probably sell them. But I think I'll leave it like this to sort of dry and cure. And then give it a coat. I'm probably going to give it a coat of this Deco Art Soft Touch Varnish because it makes everything feel like suede, like ultra suede. It has a really good feeling to it as a varnish. It's not a gloss. It is a matte. But I think it's a good mix of pattern. When it's dry, I can tell if there are any edges that need to be tacked down to, or possibly didn't adhere to the plastic very well. Maybe need just a little hole punctured in it, like a pinhole, and float some more glue in it. Like I said, I think I'm going to just sign it. In here. Yeah, they're cute. Be cute for like a gift or a makeup bag for somebody. They're sturdy. This side's really wet and sticky. All right, so let's take that. And I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to let that sit. And I'm going to take one of the really little ones, Shauna. Ah, Shauna. All right, let's take one of the really little ones. Now you're still going to see the lines. We're going to do it this way. I'm not going to use paper towel. We're going to use cling wrap. So it's going to be a reveal later. All right, Shauna? Okay, don't want to use, I want to use colors that don't make mud for what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm afraid that let's use the Perry purple. And let's use this pink sherbet. And let's use the pinata purple. And kind of a hot pink color. All right, and then we're going to use the peach Blaney in here. I am going to get a little brownie. Okay. We're going to wrap that up in cling wrap. And let it see what it does. Then we'll take another one, the really small one. And we'll put it on cling wrap, just not to make a mess. Okay. Let's take the turquoise. And let's take and blow. Kind of dry that. All right, and then this is kind of a limey green. Let's kind of blow that. Let's turn it. Okay, and then we're going to take yellow. All right, I think I want the lemonade. I need to get some more of that turquoise back in there. Let's dry that just a little. Okay, and then let's go back to the turquoise because there's not enough turquoise in it. All right, let's take the brush. All right, let's see if we can get any gold foil. No, it's not sticking. It's too. It's not gonna. That's not gonna stick. It's just gonna smush the color. I did get some brown. I need to put some blue back in it. That's kind of cool. Because you can tell what's in each one, Norma. If I had clean foil that wasn't super sticky on the back and this got tacky enough, I could probably get some gold foil on it, but the impatience. Okay, I'm putting colors back. I don't know what the boys are doing. They keep making phone ringing ringtones change. That's why these stick together, is they've got so much ink on them. Right, I need to clean off my hands real quick. I should bring and get some alcohol wipes for cleaning my hand. You want to see what's in them. We decorate them different. And then you know what's in them. Okay, now my hands are just like sticky. I don't even know how to get that stuff off of them. I guess Kathy Berg soap. There we go. I can't touch anything. I don't have a son. I have a cat and a husband. It's my husband. You know what I think I want to do to this one in a couple of places? I'm not good at it, so I might mess it up. We'll see. I don't have a stamp block. That's the problem. That's why I'm not good at stamping, is I don't have a stamp block. I'll use any old thing that you can find. And then I don't think I get the pressure good because I need to break down and buy a stamp block. Okay. I want to put a B right here. With archival ink. That's not too bad. He messed up a little in the middle because I couldn't put the pressure. And then let's put the words. All right, and then I want to put another B. No, don't open. Let's put another B. But not all the way on. Let's put a B. Right up there. Kind of like that. Let me put paper in there and you can sort of probably see it a little bit better. This will work. Yeah, I've tried a stamp pad too. I'm just not very good at stamping. I've tried using this before. So, and I think what I'll just do is take, for this side, just the green. And the brush. And let this side just be solid. So you can definitely stain them with the inks. Again, you need to seal it. Don't have enough hands. Put the lid back on that. Try to dry that just a touch. So that's translucent. You can see, definitely see through it. The white kind of helps you see the colors, I think, a little bit better. You can still see into it, yeah. Okay. I'm running out of room. Let's see what this mess is going to do. It might be one color. Okay, if I okay, it's gonna dry with some of that saran wrap texture. It's not gonna show up on camera much. That can all be used later, so I'm gonna save it. Now it's a good base, or I could just leave it purple like this. And you can still see in it. It's got the purple and the pink. Let's try that one just a little bit. Yeah, the purple took over. Well, it's all the same colors. Now I could probably drop ink on it. Let's try Eileen. Let's try, what do we want to try? What color? Something not pink, but we don't want mud. Let's try a metallic. All right, and I'm going to use this to sort of splotch that. That's kind of cool. It almost looks floral, like an abstract floral with the silver in it. And I could let it dry and then go in there and just do layers. But I kind of like that just the way it is. Pukey pink, pukey purple, pissy pink and purple. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one as it is with the silver and the pinky purple. It's magenta. It's hard to see on the camera, but there's pink and there's darker spots that are purple. Okay, so I'm going to stick that one on there to dry. Let's put this one to dry on this bottle. I think that's a good way to dry them, is just to set them on something and let them kind of cure. If they're, you know, they're not going to run. Yeah, pissy pink and pukey purple. And Eileen said, ooh, I like that one, y'all. She's lying to us. I bet she's got a Donny Osmond purple bedroom. Comforters, pink and purple. Shauna, did you get mine? On PayPal? Yet? Okay, good. That is tacky, tacky, tacky. All right. And for those of you who joined us late, I'm fixing to go. But once again, we're doing a fundraiser for our fib Shauna. And if you want to help her get funds to help her move, because she's having to move at the very last minute back home, it's PayPal Friends and Family, LYCAENA73@yahoo.com. And thanks for helping, for those of you who bought art and those of you who donated. I know she appreciates it. All right, so that is it for me today. Need to clean my hands and go see what the boys have barbecued. The grown boys. Oh, you know what? Before we go, why don't we give away this little sliver? Okay? So let's do a number from 1 to 50. Give me a minute. Because I can just stick that in an envelope. All right, so we're going to do, I'll seal it, and they can do whatever they want to do with it. I'll sign it and I'll seal it. So number 1 to 50, closest without going over. Go. Yeah, it's supposed to be the beach, the water, and the sky. All right, did everybody get a number in? All right. Stop. And the number is 39. Which I see Elaine with 36. So I believe it is Elaine. Does everybody agree? Did you miss it, Shauna? All right. So let me give you my email here. And send me your address, Elaine. What I would do with it is I would get a 6x12 frame and put black paper in it and then put this on top of the black paper. And that's how I would frame it personally. Yeah, it's what, here's the big piece that we did, AJ. This was just the sliver off the end. But this is 3x8. So what I would do, like I said, is I would buy a 6x12 frame and take black paper, cardstock, nice cardstock, and put that to go on the back of the board, and then just use some like double stick tape and stick this down in the center. No, Judy had 50. She was over, Sean. The number was 39, Mama. Elaine was at 36, closest without going over. It's okay. So that's how I would frame it. And like I said, I'll seal it with crystal clear so that it won't like damage when it's up against the glass. It won't damage it. You could also get a mat that was cut, but that would be more expensive. I will sign it. I'm looking to see if I have. I need a new set of fine tip Sharpies. I'm going to sign it in black down here on the. I'm going to sign it on the side, vertical. Like that. And then email me your address, and I can just stick it in a. I got to mail Dorothy's. I want to put something heavy so it won't bend or break or get wrinkled, but I can put it in the envelope. That's what I did with Dorothy's. Is I took a piece of heavy cardboard type and put it so that it wouldn't bend. Yes, happy Mother's Day for all our mothers. And I don't know if Dot saw and heard, but I found yours, Dot. You just need to send me your address again because I want to make sure I have it. And it's not. All right, guys. It will be later this week before I go to the post office. I will. I'll send you a message that I've mailed it with a tracking number, or that I mailed it. There won't be a tracking number for this. All right. See y'all at Shauna's.